After committing matricide, what did that poor mattress ever do to you? Mama's boy Patrick lapses into a 3-year-long coma. By all definition, Patrick is a vegetable, only functioning physically on a rudimentary level via life support. However, it's said when you lose one sense, your other senses increase to compensate. But what if you lost all of your senses? Would a sixth sense eventually manifest? Yes. In the case of Patrick, the answer is yes. A very deadly sixth sense. Ozploitation cinema has brought us so many classics, movies like Mad Max, Razorback, and Richard Franklin's Patrick. Richard Franklin is a name that some horror fans may not be familiar with, but you should be. Franklin was a student of Alfred Hitchcock, and Hitchcock's influence on Franklin can be felt throughout his entire filmography. But instead of aping Hitchcock, I've always felt that Franklin honored him and was able to use the tenets of Hitchcockian suspense while applying his own signature to the material. Look no further than Psycho 2. Now, making a sequel to one of the most highly respected horror films, or thrillers, had to be a seemingly insurmountable task. Franklin was a perfect choice to direct Psycho 2, and the film is more than a worthy sequel. In fact, I know a number of people who prefer Franklin's film to Hitchcock's. But we're talking about Patrick here. Franklin takes a premise that sounds difficult to pull off, to say the least, and makes it work. My favorite thing about Patrick are the characters, particularly young nurse Kathy, played by Susan Penhaligon. Kathy's first assignment at the sketchy Roget Clinic is Patrick. Patrick is the perfect patient. He's quiet, he's low maintenance. Sure, he may spit in your face every once in a while, but that's only a random, uncontrollable motor function. Sure it is. At first, Kathy feels for Patrick and acts very warmly toward him due to his vegetative predicament. But Patrick isn't quite as unaware or harmless as he seems. Patrick soon gets the hots for Kathy. He's got good taste, I'll give him that, and wants her all to himself, which means that all of the men in Kathy's life are in trouble. See, over the course of Patrick's 3-year slumber, he's been able to sharply hone his telekinetic abilities. Patrick lashes out at a playboy doctor who wants to play doctor with Kathy, and Kathy's drunkard ex-husband who's still in the picture. Penhaligon delivers a great performance. She's instantly likable. Robert Thompson, who plays Patrick, doesn't have much to do aside from just looking creepy and keeping his eyes open for a really long time. I tried to keep my own eyes open for as long as he does in some of the longer shots, and it was not easy. So, hats off to him. But my favorite character in the movie is Dr. Roget, played by Robert Helpman. I love that guy's face. Helpman plays the unhinged owner and chief physician at the Roget Clinic. He's fascinated with Patrick and wants to subject him to testing. Extreme testing. The kind of testing that makes the swab up the nose look like a walk in the park. The screenplay from Everett DeRoche is full of sharp dialogue and twisted humor. Franklin handles the suspense scenes with a firm hand. The opening sequence in which Patrick listens to his mother entertaining a male friend is chock full of creative shots and transitions. We get one expertly crafted suspense sequence in which Patrick influences a nurse to go down into the basement of the clinic, and that's that for her. At one point, a fairly prominent character just kind of disappears from the movie, and just when you've almost completely forgotten about him, Franklin offers one single shot that makes you instantly go, oh. Patrick's pacing may seem a bit sluggish, particularly by today's standards, but your patience is well rewarded. If you haven't seen Patrick, I highly recommend it. As for this new Blu-ray release from Umbrella Entertainment, part of their Ozploitation Classics line, this is actually the Patrick 1978 and Patrick 2013 double feature. And I do intend to do a full review of Patrick 2013 at some point in the near future. As far as the picture quality for 1978's Patrick, the back of the release doesn't note any kind of new transfer or elaborate restoration or anything like that, but I thought the picture quality was still really solid. I'd give the overall picture quality a very solid 4 out of 5. Same thing with the audio quality. I thought Patrick both looked and sounded fantastic on this release from Umbrella Entertainment. And this is a region-free release, so regardless of what region you live in, this Blu-ray should play in your Blu-ray player. As far as extras are concerned, first up we have over 1 hour of Not Quite Hollywood interviews with the cast and crew of Patrick. Those interviews include Susan Penhaligon, Rod Mulliner, Richard Franklin, Everett DeRoche, and Anthony I. Giannane. Next, we have a coffee break with producer Anthony Giannane. It's 17 minutes and 56 seconds in length. Mr. Giannane discusses his love of American cinema and how Patrick came about. He discusses working with Richard Franklin and Franklin's love of Hitchcock, the cast, the crew, the tight budget and shooting schedule. He discusses the film's success abroad, but not in Australia, the unofficial sequel, the official sequel that never happened, and more. Next, we have an archival on-set interview with Richard Franklin. It's 9 minutes and 18 seconds in length. Next, we have a on-set interview with Richard Franklin from 1981. It's 25 minutes and 30 seconds in length. Mr. Franklin discusses working with Everett DeRoche, humor and horror, Patrick's success, the Blue Lagoon, road games, the Australian film industry, and more. Next, we have where it was filmed. It's 16 minutes and 18 seconds in length. It's a look at the shooting locations as they appear today, and by today I mean 2018, when the featurette was produced. Next, we have an excerpt from the dubbed US version of Patrick. Why the US distributor thought that it needed to be dubbed? No clue. We get the US trailer and TV spots. We get the trailer for Patrick, Viva and Cone, aka Patrick Still Lives, the unofficial Italian sequel to Patrick, which is, from what I hear, basically just a porn. Yes, I have gone ahead and purchased it. I'll probably do a review of it sometime in the future. Also, we get the original theatrical trailer. We get a trailer reel for Anthony Giannane films, produced films. We get a still and poster gallery, and we get an audio commentary with Richard Franklin. This is an excellent release for Patrick from the fine folks over at Umbrella Entertainment. Both the picture quality and the sound quality are fantastic, and we get a lot of extras. If you are a fan of Patrick, this release is a no-brainer. If you've not seen Patrick, again, I highly recommend it. This release would be a great way to introduce yourself to the movie. And again, it's region-free, so wherever in the world you live, this Blu-ray should play in your Blu-ray player. If you've seen Patrick, or Patrick Still Lives, or the 2013 remake of Patrick, let me know down in the comments section below. If you like this video, please leave it a thumbs up and share it on social media. If you're not following me on social media, those links are in the description. As always, thanks so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Take care, and until next time, peace. And this is a region-free release, so no matter what region of the world you live in, this Blu-ray player. A huge shout out to all my patrons and channel members. I appreciate your generosity and support of my channel. Become a patron today and join me for exclusive live streams, get early access to videos, and have a say in what movies I review on my channel. Become a channel member and get access to exclusive badges and emotes to use when I stream. Links are in the description. Say hello to the internet, Jeremy.
Hello to the internet.